What up, guys? Midwest Boundary Chronicles, episode 25. This is the movie section. How you guys doing? Hope you guys have had a good week this last week. Like and subscribe to my videos. Please come back and listen to me talk some more about movies and things that I love. If you listened to any of my videos before, and this is your second, third, fourth, I don't even care, 17th time, thank you so much for giving me a chance. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you guys keep coming back. Getting into a different kind of motion with movies. I love giving movie reviews every week, but I found the fodder that I'm kind of getting feedback of is that movie reviews for new movies every single week is kind of hard, overwhelming for a regular person who doesn't just go out of their way to watch movies, to go see them, to go pay for them. So I'm gonna push back a little bit on constantly doing movie reviews over brand new movies. I'm gonna kind of focus on sometimes movies that I loved, movies of the year for me, notable movies I want you guys to see, like I did with Weapons, where I focused on Weapons for a whole video. I want to be able to kind of dive in deeper for certain movies that I really did appreciate, that even before this year I've appreciated so much. I think are sleepers or random moments that I think are iconic in TV shows even. So look for that more and more. Instead of staying on one kind of template with movies, I'd like to branch out and do more. So this week I want to focus on two movies that I really do think are notable this year that I really enjoy. They're in the horror trope. One's The Monkey by Osgood Perkins, who has a movie coming out next week called Keeper, which looks crazy. And then the other one is Until Dawn, which has been all over Netflix for the last 5-6 months now. 4 months, I think. 4 months, yeah. And The Monkey, I'm pretty sure, is on Hulu right now. They're both really fun movies, though. Nothing to over explain. Until Dawn, the first one I'll do. Until Dawn is based off of a video game where essentially you have until dawn to survive the day, and then you make it to the next day and you're able to live once more. But the whole thing is they don't tell you what happens that night before dawn. You essentially are going to find multiple ways to lose your life, spawn again and again and again and again. And it's a very cool movie that, like, I've never played the game, but somebody who didn't play the game and just came in strictly for wanting to watch a horror movie that was different and against the grain, I enjoyed every second. Thought it was funny, thought it was sincere, thought shit popped off in the craziest moments that you didn't expect, but it was really cool to watch and it wasn't far-fetched. I had a good time watching that movie. I sincerely like the actors, even though none of them were anything important that I ever cared about or I ever knew. And they did a really good job keeping you engaged. Like, I would say there's multiple scenes that were never even brought to fruition that were just teasers, little phone clips that I absolutely loved. I was like, oh my god, they've done so much with so little time. And to mix so many horror tropes in the same room is what I'm more impressed about than anything, is that they took every horror genre you could think of, possession and slasher and all the craziest things, demonic and everything. They took all of it and put it all in one movie and made it worth watching. I actually had a good time watching the movie, and it was one of my favorite watches this year. So I definitely recommend Until Dawn. It was not a waste of time at all. I went and saw it twice in theaters, and I've already watched it on demand 2 or 3 times myself, and I plan on watching it again because some horror movies you don't walk away from, and that's one of those where, yeah, some scenes are aggressive and some things you look away from, but the movie's not bad at all. It's actually really fun to watch, and I would 100% to none recommend it to anybody who is still looking for movies to watch this year. Maybe you didn't make it to that one earlier this year, go watch that one. Definitely go find it on Netflix or wherever it goes, because we all know with streaming services they're gonna play basically hopscotch and throw it to each other and come back and hacky sack and all those things. So Until Dawn is definitely worth it. Go watch that if you haven't seen it yet. Hopefully you have. It's dope. And then on to The Monkey. That one's just fucked. Okay? So I'm gonna preface it by just saying unpredictability is the only way to think about that movie and what happens to people, how people die, how things are almost conceived. Some of the most gruesome scenes I've ever seen in movies that I literally just replayed in my head, and I can't just not think about them because it's just disturbing. Like the level of aggression with some of the deaths, with some of the gore, with some of the dramaticism of deaths and how people lost their lives. And wow, creativity on 10. Still such a really cool watch that I can't recommend for the faint-hearted. It's not easy to watch, and it's not light to watch. Don't eat a snack when you're watching this movie, is how I'll say it. If you're desensitized like I am and you have a really strong gut, then yeah, I mean, eat a snack. But for a regular person who like is curious and like it looks decent, like it really is a decent movie. The snacks will not help the conversation. It's gonna make it worse. Don't eat while you're watching this movie. Kindly, don't do it. But I actually really like the main character, the main actor, Theo James. I like him a lot. I've seen him in so many movies, back to Underworld and the Divergent series and everything he's been in. He's a really good actor. I think he's very talented. I loved his role. I thought he did great. A lot of the people in the movie were great, and he plays his twin in the movie, so you kind of get a double dose of him, which I thought was clever. He's good enough to do both of them, so it wasn't bad at all. But no, essentially it's just a very unlucky monkey passed down to them from their dad. You got a lot of anger and a lot of hatred towards one another because of their dad being gone and their mom going through things, and one brother feeling like he's not enough and the other one feeling like he can talk to him in the old way, and those kind of things pop up a lot in the movie. And the monkey is just essentially there to kind of take care of what it chooses to take care of, and more than anything, you don't want it to start banging on its drum, because if it does, it means shit's about to hit the fan, and literally shit's gonna hit the fan. So I hope it's not aimed at you. Still a phenomenal movie to watch in theaters, still so fun. I'm such a horror movie stan. I'm just never going to be shied away from any kind of horror and any kind of part of it. So I was so excited to watch it and didn't know what to expect. Another Stephen King movie, Stephen King adaptation that I didn't even realize was his, because he's just done so much fucking writing and directing that you don't even know some of them are originally his. But he's a really crazy man, because that whole fucking story is fucked. And I'm gonna say at the end of the movie is probably one of the craziest parts too. At the end of the movie, when things are, I guess you'd say, a little more calm, it still doesn't look like that. Shit's still crazy. It's still all over the place. You still have to look around and see things that you unbelievably have never seen in a horror movie before. Like, damn. But yeah, no, The Monkey, if it's between Until Dawn and The Monkey, watch Until Dawn. But if you are okay with a little more stomach-turning moments, definitely watch The Monkey, because The Monkey is probably going to be one that you're going to be able to laugh about and really like anticipate what's going to happen a lot more, where Until Dawn is going to be, I mean, real upfront about what's getting ready to happen, and so you can brace yourself. The Monkey is going to try to put you in a position to think, this could happen, it couldn't happen, but who's next? And that's exactly what happened. So yeah, those two movies are two of my favorites this year. I'll probably do a few more videos about my favorite movies of the year that I really did enjoy, give you recommendations based off of those, instead of constantly bringing new ones to the light. But yes, this has been Midwest Brown Boy Chronicles, episode 25. I am your Midwest Brown Boy. Once again, like and subscribe to my videos. Please come back. Thank you so much for giving any video a chance. I really appreciate it. I really hope that you guys enjoy anything that I talk about and cover, and let me know if you guys want me to cover other things or what you'd be interested in listening to me talk about, because I do appreciate any kind of feedback. So have a good one. I'll talk to you guys next week. Peace out. Always love.